What's up, y'all? This is SYN-Q coming at you with another lesson in counter-racism science, brought to you from the United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept textbook workbook for thought, speech, and action, authored by Neely Fuller Jr. I'll give you a few quotes from Mr. Fuller. Here it is, directly from his book, if you could see that, the United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept. On the very first page, that is page A, Mr. Fuller says, if you do not understand white supremacy, racism, what it is, and how it works, everything else that you understand will only confuse you. So I was looking around on the internet, doing my usual searching, and it popped up, said Tariq Nasheed on Micah Johnson, and then it says maximum emergency compensatory action. Okay, so I had to click on that because maximum emergency compensatory action is a part of the United Independent Compensatory Code by Neely Fuller. It's a part of the code. It's in the code book. It's in the back of the book under the section called war, counter war. If you don't know, there's 9 major areas of people activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. Counter war. What I'm going to do is play the clip for you of Mr. Nasheed talking about Mecca, and then we'll come back to me.
Now, y'all bear with me for a second. But let me read what the maximum emergency compensatory action is. And Neely Fuller wrote about this in the 70s and 80s. This Micah Johnson, he did this to the letter. Maximum emergency compensatory action is the willful and deliberate elimination of one or more races / white supremacists through death, and the willful and deliberate elimination of self through death by a victim of racism, acting alone according to a detailed plan, and only acting after he or she has judged that he or she is no longer able to effectively promote justice except by eliminating one or more races, as well as eliminating him or herself as a subject of the races. And that's exactly what Micah Johnson did. He kind of knew he was going to martyr himself.
Here's why Mr. Tariq Nasheed is totally incorrect in when he says that what Micah Johnson did was Mecca, that is maximum emergency compensatory action. All right. Okay. So the majority of the section of the 9th major area of people activity, which is war, in the code book, the majority of that is dedicated to explaining exactly what maximum emergency compensatory action is and exactly what it is not. He read to you what it is, but I have to tell you, it does not match what Micah Johnson did. The section about maximum emergency compensatory action is from page 207 to 233. That's 26 pages. Mr. Nasheed just read you like a paragraph. Okay? So we cannot say that what Micah Johnson did was maximum emergency compensatory action if we don't go through everything that maximum emergency compensatory action is and is not. Here's the reason. Whereas other persons can describe what they saw happen, it is incorrect for them to say that they know for certain that what they saw was an enactment of maximum emergency compensatory action. In answer to a specific question as to whether a specific act was or was not maximum emergency compensatory action, a person's remarks should always be, I don't know. There you go. Shut me up. I don't know. I don't know if it's maximum emergency compensatory action. And I guess really, I mean, he could have killed himself, and maybe the stories came out saying that he didn't. I have no idea because I wasn't there. So there we go. There's the truth. There's the truth. I wasn't there. Tariq Nasheed wasn't there. Nobody else was there except the enforcement officials and Micah Johnson. The only person who is justified in calling a specific act of maximum emergency compensatory action by the title maximum emergency compensatory action is the person who enacts it. Since the person who enacts maximum emergency compensatory action will have ceased to exist as a part of the enactment, no other person is qualified, Tariq Nasheed, to make accurate statements as to whether maximum emergency compensatory action was enacted or was not enacted. Oh, well, that knocks me out too, huh? I guess I'm not qualified either. It says on the same page, 217, do not discuss maximum emergency compensatory action except to describe what it is and or what it is not. Do not discuss any specific enactment of maximum emergency compensatory action, nor any act by anyone at any time that seemed to be an enactment of maximum emergency compensatory action. That's the greatest reason why what Micah Johnson did was not maximum emergency compensatory action. For why what he did was not maximum emergency compensatory action. Maximum emergency compensatory action is the only part of the United Independent Compensatory Code that I disagree with.